In the earlier press conference, Abrams said that the NPA was still looking into the question of the so-called spy unit at SARS. This case is, a dead duck now.
Well,
but
very much so.
do we kind of step back and assume that the NPA is kind of, done with Praveen Gordhan and any sorts of cases against him, or should we be on the lookout for further trouble?
I certainly wouldn't put it past them to carry on delving into that matter. Where it will take them, one doesn't know. They might be well advised, however, before attempting another Hollywood-style production, to make quite certain of their facts and to make sure that they have perused all the available evidence, and with the emphasis on available, because the evidence in this matter was also available, they just didn't look at it.
And there comes in the question of Symingtons' report, the legal advice that he gave. For us lay people who don't know the kind of details of how the NPA works, its consultation with the Hawks and all the rest of it, what was it that Symington did, and why was the Hawks after that information?
Well, Symington, as I understand it, I haven't seen the document, but as I understand it, Symington wrote a legal opinion in 2009 regarding the early retirement of Pillay, which found nothing wrong with it. And that is the advice that was acted upon. That was available. It's been part of civil court documentation for more than 10 years. If a proper, thorough, well-directed, honest investigation had been done with integrity, they would have found that.
So that we might not have gotten to this point if
Absolutely.
You're arguing the admin around it had been better to begin with.
If the investigation had been done honestly, with integrity, with thoroughness that's required of an investigation of this nature, for charges of this nature against the sitting Minister of Finance, with all that that implies, then certainly they would have found their document. So, to now suggest that having discovered this new information, it's okay to that's just not okay. The fact of the matter is it's shoddy work from the beginning. And the reason it was shoddy work was because it was an undignified haste to institute this prosecution for reasons other than should support a prosecution.
Now, you as a member of an opposition party that's outspoken in its critique of Shaun Abrams, the NPA, and then, the administration responsible for what some accuse it of, which is state capture, what then is your overall take? Are you going to pull back on the protest plan for the 2nd of November?
Well, that will certainly depend on Musi Mamani. It's his call, not mine. I presume that the action will go ahead. We certainly intend to call for a parliamentary inquiry into the fitness of Abrams to hold office now, if he doesn't resign.
Which it looks like he won't, from what he said in the
assuming
conference.
that he belatedly discovers some measure of honour or whatever, then he will resign.
Maybe he'll find a document from 10 years ago that
perhaps, yes.
someone hadn't given to him before.
Perhaps, and he can change his mind. He's known to do that. He's known to change his mind, and also to blame everybody else for his mistakes. So, because this isn't the first time he's blamed other people. He blamed the deputy director in the Specialised Commercial Crime Unit for deciding to withdraw the charges against Jiba. So it's never him. What he does, one doesn't know, because it appears that all the work is done by other people.
That is what some people call salt, when you throw shade on someone like that.
There we go. But we'll certainly be calling for an inquiry into his fitness to hold office. And I presume the march will go ahead, because there are so many issues that one can drive that, but certainly I see no reason for the march to not go ahead.
If someone were to take sort of leadership in this situation and take control of what's happened now with the NPA and this dud case against Finance Minister Praveen Gordhan and his co-accused, who would be responsible for saying to Abrams, in a hypothetical situation, actually you've made a really poor call here, clearly there are problems with the integrity and the processes within the NPA, you need to go?
Well, the president appointed him, the president can fire him.
Okay.
He had no difficulty getting rid of him, deleting Kasana, when he didn't like him anymore. So I presume that there would be nothing stopping him from firing Abrams, except why would one fire Santa's willing little helper?